This episode is about Robotnik becoming an elephant. Probably. It's called Zoobotnik. I can only make so many assumptions from that. The episode begins with the characters mysteriously disappearing around Sonic and Tails. Sonic finds a witness, and I'm about as annoyed as Sonic is here. This bunny cannot get to the point to save her life. Sonic gets a full canvas, stand included, and begins drawing everyone's conflicting descriptions. During this time, the witnesses are all abducted, as is Tails, so Sonic is by himself. We see a duck getting captured by... Okay, I think I see why the Mobians were giving conflicting reports. Skipping ahead a little, this is Catella. She is an intergalactic hunter seeking out trophies on the planet. Pretty sure you overhunted in that case, but sure, let's go with that. She beams herself and the abducted Mobians up to her ship and— oh hey, it's Coconuts! It's okay, Coconuts, I forgive you for the last episode, just don't do it again. Says he wants to tell Robotnik and that he will know what to do. Where this faith comes from, I don't know, but good on him. And welcome back to Statue Watch. We have 3 statues this time. Let's get through the first one first because it's easily the most boring. It's a standard high quality statue. Comparing it to 11 there, I think the coloration is slightly different, but I'm not positive. Other than that, they are exact duplicates. Now for the other 2, the actually interesting ones. 40-2 and 40-3. These are both interesting because not only are they close-ups of the head, which we barely ever get, and not only do they have best character Coconuts in them, but they also show that the head is at least partially removable, which we've barely ever seen before. The face is a little off too. Like 32-4-2 is it's the only other headshot I had, so it's all I really had to go on. But it's basically uncharted territory. Anyway, back to the episode. We see Coconuts talking to Robotnik in the middle of him taking a bath. Robotnik tells Coconuts what he knows about Catella. A Scratch and Grinder bring Robotnik his robe. Robotnik then tells Scratch and Grinder what he knows of Catella, and that he wants to take advantage of her arrival to defeat Sonic. Sonic holds a press conference to assure the rest of Mobius that he will solve the disappearances. Okay, I've got to know what he's saying here.
Yes, I'll read it to you in alphabetical order. Abigail Ann, Aaron Aardvark, Buddy Bear. Yes, I'll read it to you in alphabetical order. Abigail Ann, Aaron Aardvark, Buddy Bear, Bubble Bear,
Connie Collie, Duck Dog, Dudley Duck, Harry Hippo, Bear Hawk, Mildred Rabbit, Abigail Ant, Aaron Aardvark, Buddy Bear, Bubble Bear, Connie Collie, Duck Dog, Dudley Duck, Harry Hippo, Bear Hawk, Mildred Rabbit.
Sorry, I tried my best. They actually sped it up multiple times throughout the track. That's a little messy. Regardless, it's pretty safe to say that he just read out the names. Sonic runs up to a printing press to make a bunch of missing tail signs and leaves them everywhere he can. Sonic questions several different people but doesn't gain any leads. Eventually, Sonic reaches this jungle with a primitive man that actually does know where Tails is, because the ship Tails is in is directly above them. That's convenient. Sonic chases the ship until he is stopped by a cliff. Robotnik, meanwhile, is getting his lair in prime condition as Catella has accepted his invitation. There's some light hijinks, some shenanigans, but it's humor in this show. None of it's funny. Moving on. Catella arrives at the fortress as the robots fall over their faces to greet her. She clearly doesn't value Scratch and Grinder, which fair enough, I barely do either, but Coconuts? That's an unforgivable crime. Catella meets with Robotnik and somehow, some way, it's love at first sight. Oh no, not for Robotnik. Catella falls for Robotnik the moment that she sees him, and clearly things like personal space or subtlety are virtues that are not valued by Catella at all. Catella is sure that she found her soulmate with Robotnik, but she plays a bit rough, so Robotnik tries to sneak away calmly. Catella warns him in under no uncertain terms that she doesn't take rejection well, which just leaves him even more scared. Robotnik asks Catella in her love-struck state to go capture Sonic, which she eagerly agrees to do. We see Sonic running around when Tails calls out. Or not, though I have to give it credit, Tails still is a lot more impressive than last time. Oh wait, no. Tails and Robotnik are controlling it. Sonic sees through the ruse right away, but decides to let himself be caught anyway to find real Tails. That is someone's king. I just know it. It's been a few episodes, but it's bingo time. To be fair, I probably should have called it earlier with Tails, but this is more convincing. Maybe the first time in the series where the bars are actually small enough to hold the creature caught. It took 40 episodes. And there is still a few large gaps, but it's by far the best bars so far. Sonic is still trapped aboard the ship as he hears Catella ask for Robotnik's hand in marriage, and he makes quite a curious face. Not surprising, they are married, and I will not let that slide. Sonic is thrown in a cell with the other Mobians and makes a hole for them to escape. He and Tails, meanwhile, go to find Robotnik. Robotnik and Catella are still discussing marriage plans, and Sonic comes in disguise, to arrange said marriage on the spot. Tough love. Okay, I see, Sonic. Need to make him appreciate you more. They nearly go through with it until Mama Robotnik comes in to object. She has the mustache back? Also, I didn't really bring this up till now because I didn't think I needed to, but she shares the same voice actress with Catella, and the 2 characters do nearly the exact same voice.
Don't you call my cuddly wuddly a slime bucket? I was talking to you, cheesehead!
Mama is a little gruffer, but yeah, it's obviously the same person, which makes it unintentionally funny in a way. The battle concludes with Catella calling the marriage off, not wanting Mama as a mother-in-law. They are dropped off her ship, with Sonic and Tails fleeing as well. Mama chews out Robotnik as we learn that Sonic was the one that called Mama over, seeing it as a good idea at the time. The episode ends with one of the most blatant fourth wall breaks in the show, with Sonic telling Tails, and by extension the audience, to stay tuned, followed by Sonic and Tails both running through a sign that says, stay tuned. The Sonic Says is about not approaching wild animals, or even domesticated animals that you don't know. I guess it's tangentially related, but I don't know, kind of a stretch. As for the episode itself, I'm kind of torn. I think this is another episode where half of it is outright terrible, but the other half is actually decent, so the actual episode is somewhere in the middle and unremarkable. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and have a good one. Bye-bye!